And we welcome you back to another edition of the Talk Shop. In Studio 255, I'm Eric Henderson with this morning's guest, Tim Trujillo. Timmy, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Eric.
Hey, today, what is today? The 14th of April.
That is correct.
We are just weeks away, days away, from Cinco de Mayo, 2026.
Yes.
At the Lincoln Community Center, 365 West Grand Avenue, in the historic district, newly designated West Laramie West Side Historic District. That neighborhood developing over 150 years of this great city. And one of the most fantastic opportunities is that the Talk Shop was invited with KOCA 93.5 FM, serving the community for its 25th year in 2026, to be invited to the 250th year of America celebration hosted by the Lincoln Community Center. And this is a May 2nd Cinco de Mayo celebration with the 11th Cinco de Mayo Show and Shine. A car, bike, motorcycle, truck,
tractor, whatever you feel like.
You got it. We want to show it off, sparkle it, shine it, show it. Let's do it.
Bring it all.
Timmy, you have been engaged in doing this. What enthuses you and excites you about Cinco de Mayo, this celebration coming together in Laramie, Wyoming?
For me, it's the car show. It's all about the cars and the people, getting to see old friends and showing interest in something that we all have. We all got something that we're proud of and want to show off. So it's just a nice place to kind of hang out and see what's out there.
You really hit it on the head. To me, it's community, culture, and unity.
That is correct.
And those three combine in a celebration unique to May 2nd. It won't be held any other day of the year like it will be May 2nd. And this is one where I see neighbors and friends that I don't see any other time of year, frankly, and they come together for this special celebration. We're talking authentic food. We're talking beautiful music. Live music will be. Let's run through the schedule. If you don't mind, help me out. 8:00 in the morning, May 2nd, at the Lincoln Community Center. Registration will begin for the show and shine.
That is correct.
Yeah, and then about 9:00, not only will registration continue and placement will be happening fluid and dynamic, ongoing until the car show begins at 10 a.m.
Correct.
And the show and shine will be awesome through 4 p.m. Frankly, yes. It will be primarily 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. with a 3:30 awards, 4:00 finish, and I would guess participant pullout will be mixed thereafter, and that's the highlight of the day. We're going to go into the details of Cinco de Mayo as an entire schedule here in a moment, but at this juncture, you're looking at, all right, good day for a show and shine.
That is correct.
For a great reason. Tell us some of the participants that we know about that highlight this upcoming show.
So Laramie Ford's going to help us out with some of our awards. He plans on bringing one of his brand new shiny Broncos and show that off.
Looking at a 70s Volkswagen, also rare limited unit there.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure that's up for sale if you want to come and try to swindle that out of that. And we all have the garage fine tucked away, so bring that out and go from there. We've got a little something for the kiddos. I-80 is going to bring a couple of their big wreckers, set them up so the kids can watch and show that.
I-80 Towing and Automotive Services. Thomas Mullen, that veteran owning the I-80 towing operation serving Elk Mountain, Cheyenne and Laramie, as well as other areas of coverage. But I really appreciate the dedication. A silent warrior for the community. Thomas Mullen agrees to help. Shrugs his shoulders, swings his look left and right, and grins, because deep down he loves it. And Trunk or Treat Laramie, something that we've enjoyed, annual support. 10 years running this year will be October 31st. And Thomas Mullen with I-80 Towing, we can't thank you enough for doing that and the upcoming Cinco de Mayo plan. Thanks.
You know, it's a good thing we have something for all the kids. They're going to do a little bicycle parade. Bring your bicycle, clean it all up, shine it all up, decorate it up. We're going to do a little parade for all the kiddos, give out a couple awards for that. So not only the parents can bring what they like to show off, the kids can bring their bicycles, wagons, stroller, whatever you want to decorate and show off.
Now the kids at 9 a.m., they get a little workshop, folks, a Cinco de Mayo workshop where they can bring their bike and we can help them get it dressed up. We can help them costume up. We can help them do it. Now, you bring the supplies, you bring whatever specialty items you think are necessary, but we're going to help you. We've got some scissors and we've got some general tools that we think will be helpful, but we've, in you got to have markers. You got to have the opportunity for kids to make signs, and these are things that the Talk Shop's going to help the Lincoln Community Center provide to the community. That 9 a.m. workshop, and then 10 o'clock, we line up and we parade. Right?
That is correct.
Yeah, the 250th year of America. I wonder what will come out and be important to youngsters as they prep in the 9 o'clock hour for the 10 o'clock parade, the kids' parade at the Lincoln Community Center.
It ought to be interesting.
Yeah, they're dear and darling, and we look to take lots of photos. And if you take photos, we're asking that you hashtag Lincoln Community Center, hashtag Cinco de Mayo Laramie. This is a real big one. Hashtag 250 America. Because that's what this is all about, and we're looking forward to a big day. You and I know it's going to be a big day for us and volunteers and everyone combining to make that community, culture, and unity come together. What excites you in terms of you have your own love of auto and vehicle, and it's not a barn find that you have.
No. Well, it's a Survivor.
A Survivor. Okay. What are the categories that we're looking at, Timmy?
So we're going to do Best in Show, People's Choice, of course. We're going to swap it up a little bit this year. We're going to do a Survivor, Most Original, Best Restored, pre-1960s. We're going to bust that off a little bit. Best Restoration from 1961 to 1990. We're going to go Best Over the Top. Not everybody's into the American cars, so we've got a category for Best Import. And there's your Nissans and Altimas and Toyotas and Subarus and all that. We're not going to leave out the bikers because everybody's got a beautiful bike. So
I love that we're doing a kids category. I love it.
Yes, and then
their bikes, their radio flyers, you name it.
And there's a lot of people like me that can't get leave their past behind, so they still got their bicycle that they've got. So bring your bicycle, your wagon, everything that you've got, your kiddie car, anything you want to show off.
I think that's probably, I can see that being one of the most special elements of the entire day. I can see these thousands of dollars of investment in automobile, and I could see these treasures.
That's it. I do have a category that's going to be Best Non-Motorized. So that'd be your bicycle, your kiddie car, your stroller, your wagon. Something's out there. We all have it. Yeah. Bring it out, show it off.
And what exemplifies this is a event rated F fun for the whole family, more than a kids category for a show and shine 2026?
We just want the whole family there. It's a day event. We've got everything planned for everybody, little something from everybody. We have soda pit. They said that they would come, so we've got snacks and sodas for the kids. We have a cantina.
Cantina, the Lincoln Community Center Cantina, supplied by Pepsi, and the Buckhorn Bar, along with Bud's Bar in West Side. Yeah, good stuff. Timmy, what authentic food do you desire most at a Cinco de Mayo celebration?
Gotta have a taco with Spanish music.
And I'm thinking
washed down with a nice cold Pepsi.
I'm thinking those special Divine Eats authentic burritos of the Vigil family coming to the event and participating. And who would be disappointed with Bernie's Mexican restaurant burritos? Yeah, and the roasted green chili.
Yes.
I'm excited that Linda Devine shared with me. We're anticipating fried street corn.
Ooh
is right.
I did not know about that one, but yes.
Who could pass that delight? And El Charritos will be the source of that plan. That's an amenity all of its own for me. I remember the last Cinco de Mayo at the Lincoln Community Center, and yeah, my taste buds still crave that fried corn.
There you go.
What other you got a Thunderbird in your crosshairs for the event. Tell us about that vehicle. The red.
Actually, I have two of them.
Oh, you do?
Yes. So personally, I have one. It's a 62, and it's original. It's out of California, so it's a Survivor. But I actually got in contact. There's a red 56 that floated around for a long time that everybody knew it, that belonged to my Uncle Rat. Everybody knew that. After his passing, it kind of went away. And I reached out to Cheyenne, so that is making its return back to Laramie.
Oh, too
back
cool.
to the community, back to where it grew up, just a few streets away. So I'll actually have two Thunderbirds there.
Absolutely wonderful. Great
So it'll
gift.
be nice to bring back to the community, back to the hometown, a little treasure that was lost, but will be back.
As I walked the property at the Lincoln Community Center, the comments from Nathan Weishaupt, the Laramie Range Ford general manager, was really one. He's smiling the entire time, the entire walk. He's just commenting on how wonderful this facility is, how wonderful this venue is, and I couldn't help but absolutely agree. It is a treasure that's been saved. 100-year old elementary school, now repurposed as a community center.
I have some ties to that school. I was in kindergarten the last year that school was actually in operation from a school. So it's been a little bit, and it's nice to see it's still there and still operating, still there. So it's nice to come back to it and try to give back and raise a little money for
What was that?
community
What was
center.
that year roughly, Timmy?
Oh, probably
This has been late
75-ish.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful.
But I'm only 23, so I'm not sure how that works.
I wanna, and some of prior year real feature contributors include Johnny Vasquez Construction, and who could go without recognizing his Standard Oil vintage pickup.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, I'm really hoping for that return to the event. And
Johnny's always got a surprise for us.
Johnny's probably got several we haven't even seen, and he's got the old reliable buttes that, be it car, truck, you name it, and that we hope that garage opens up and rolls in some participants to the upcoming May 2nd show. What about Shane, A1 Towing? What's in his garage?
Well, he is a Pontiac man, so
Well, I remember a Trans Am that a darling in his family command the steering wheel of,
yes.
and I dearly hope that they can navigate those making it. I know that there are lots of places that people need to be and might be, but I hope we can make arrangements to make some of those appearances happen again in the 2026 250th celebration of America.
There's a lot of stuff out there that we've seen, but it's always nice to see it. And I'm asking for something that you have half done, want to show off, something that you're working on. I actually have a category for best project. So something that you've started, if it comes down and barely runs and missing a door, I want to see it. Let's get some excitement.
That's right.
You get more excited when somebody's looking at it and you can talk about what you have and what you're working on. Bring it out. We all have that high school project that we had and wish we had. I was one of the stupid ones that got rid of my high school car and spent the last 10 years finding one, and I am back to rebuilding it. So bring it up.
I want to give
out that garage.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to a West Side Historic District resident who's passed, Mr. Patterson. Mr. Patterson was a Model A, Model T aficionado, and if you've ever been to a Laramie Jubilee Days parade, he rode in several of those with these. And in his passing, I've reached out to the Patterson family, and I hope for one of those to make a return to the neighborhood and show off at the May 2nd show and shine. And one other we got Corvettes that are promised to arrive from Cheyenne, two from I believe the Pies family, and hopefully they can definitely make it. So a lot of invitations extended. If you want to make your participation known or find out more details, Timmy, how do you want people to get a hold of you?
They can call me direct on my cell phone, 307-760-7672. Want any information, give me a call. But seriously, think about it. Think about your neighbor that's got that car that you haven't seen out of the garage. Talk to them. Get it out. Let's bring it out. Let's make this the biggest. The community center hasn't done one in the last couple of years, so let's do it upright for the 250.
And I can't thank the submission of the grant, the underwriting grant that was submitted by the Lincoln Community Center, specifically Gwendolyn and Siobhan and all of her team that are board members for the Lincoln Community Center and the Wyoming 250th celebration of America. And that State of Wyoming grant makes so many different aspects possible. One will be a historic plaque designation representing the West Side Historic District nomination and award in August of 2025. So that will be a ceremony that will be most enjoyable throughout the day after the 10 o'clock start of the show and shine car show. Then who would be disappointed if we didn't have the participation of cultural events? Well, I would be. And one of those assurances is we'll have Latin dance entertainment through the course of the day. We'll also have a presentation of Estevan Lucero's Paredes Hablando, The Walls That Speak. Now, this was a commissioned piece in 2001 by KOCA 93.5 FM, and it was completed by Stefan Lucero in 2009. Now, what's special about Stefan Lucero? Do you know, Timmy?
He grew up there.
Yeah, he's
grew up
born
right there.
born in Laramie, and he made his career fame in the Chicano art scene in Denver, Colorado, and across America. He was born right here in Laramie, Wyoming, and we'll give a rededication of that 3-panel mural at this event. It'll be on display. You can enjoy the information. You can enjoy the education. You can enjoy selfies. You can take a moment and recognize and identify all of the featured highlights within these 3 panels.
And if you know something about it, let us know. Let's write a story on it. Let's get the information back from them.
That's right. The beauty about art and family is that those stories continue on forever forward. And that to me is a real bridge from yesterday to today on to tomorrow and beyond. So that's a highlight. I flash back to a Veterans Day salute maybe 8 years ago, and I noticed this woman looking at the mural, a particular spot in the mural, the first panel of the mural, and I said, is there something that you're particularly enjoying about this mural? And she smiles with a sweet grin, and she looks up and she points at one of the young painted features of this mural, and she says, "That's me." I'll never forget it. It was so sweet, and I treasure getting to know as many. I did not meet Stefan Lucero. That's one of my biggest regrets in all of my career in radio. But I hope that this work makes him proud. I hope that it honors him in one of the most spectacular ways possible. I tell you, the longer, across 10 years, my relationship with his work through Paredes Hablando it's grown every day. It's grown as people recognize. And I ask him, what's the most impactful first impression that you have? What piece strikes you? What area speaks to you? What's your impression? Never do I have no response.
So I have a special connection with that piece. My uncle Jesse Vilpando is on there.
University of Wyoming administrator.
He was involved with all of the...
Advocate for all the employees.
He was, and was part of Mecha and the La Raza and the whole Chicano movement. He was a very big voice. He was taken from us way too young, but he's on there. So I have a special connection with that. So
you'll see Jackie Gonzalez, a 43-year career in public service right here in Albany County. You'll see the founders, 5, 6 founders, the matriarch of KOCA, Connie Coca. You'll see her depicted. You'll see John Coca and other founders of making 93.5 FM possible in the Latin heritage, which is right here, originating right here in Southeast Wyoming, Laramie, Wyoming. And this piece is really it spans the Old West. It spans agriculture. It spans the railroad history and important Latin influences through it all. As you walk life, none of it happens exclusively on your own doing. We all share.
That is correct.
In that, don't we? There's so much to be pulled out, so much we don't know. And one of the most intriguing things I'm hoping with May 2nd is that throughout the day there will be a contribution table where you will get an opportunity to identify each of the figures, the people contained within Paredes Hablando, the walls that speak. We're looking for you to speak and share your memory, share your story, share your connection with this fantastic Stefan Lucero.
Pass it on to our children and our grandchildren.
That's right. And as we bring it together, we've got this is a traveling work, and that presentation made possible by the Lincoln Community Center and KOCA 93.5 FM, obviously Stefan Lucero, and so many ongoing contributors. We've got people who were critically important in that. And if you don't mind, Timmy, tell people more. Recap the day as you see Cinco de Mayo coming. And I'm going to grab a recognition plaque while you do so.
So we have the registration. I'd like to start by 8. Of course, there's going to be us that are going to be there a little earlier. We'll get you checked in, get you where you need to be. As that, we're going to have the children coming in, getting their bikes ready for their bicycle parade. We have many prizes. When you do your registration, we are given actually a little registration plaque to display proudly that you were there. You were there for the car show, the 250th celebration of the car show. We're going to have food. We'll have dancing. We will have food. We have 3 different spots for food that you can come and enjoy. One thing we haven't touched on, we're not going to just close the doors at 4 o'clock and walk away from it. We actually have a baile that is sponsored that we are going to do. So an old Mexican dance. We have a band out of Colorado, if I'm correct.
That's right.
And live music. And that goes from 7 to 11:30, I do believe. So we will have that. So when's the last time you went to a Spanish dance on the Cinco de Mayo?
In memory of many of the contributors that made Paredes Hablando possible, behind you, Timmy, is a complete recognition plaque that was developed in partnership with Laramie Public Art, the Union Pacific Railroad, as we were developing a mural on the alley side in historic downtown Laramie on the wall of the knothole, and actually that business location. It's on the wall on the property line between the knothole and the Spectacle Emporium, and they in that alley put together a piece by D. Herrera was that artist, and had an opportunity to meet her and interview her. But Paredes Hablando was made possible. Look how many do you count there? You know, probably 20 a row, 3 rows in contributing fashion. I want to recognize them. These were the original bricks that were presented. I want you to show those and read off some of those that made that possible in appreciation of Laramie Ford and Lincoln Mercury, in appreciation of E.G. Meyer, in appreciation of Walmart, in appreciation of Susan Ibarra. There are some in your hands. Read those.
In memory of Richard Mesa, in memory of Ronald D. Sanestevan, Eloy Vigil, Frankie and Bernice Pagaro, the Milan and Mendez family. I'm sorry for butchering these names, but we all have ties. We all know people. We all have somebody special that we remember from that era. 16
of these tiles. What are those, Timmy? 16 by 16? 12 by 12?
That's a 12 by 12.
12 by 12 tiles. They were presented as representative bricks, symbolic of the support in the community for such a wonderful commission. And art tells multiple stories. It tells a different story to everybody, but it unifies through communication. And one of my favorite things of the history of 93.5 is this legacy work that was Stefan Lucero's commissioned work by the radio station, founded in 2001 and celebrating its 25th year in America's 250th year. Yeah, that's right, 1776 to 2026, 250 years strong. That is America. Won't you consider joining us at the upcoming 11th Cinco de Mayo Show and Shine celebration at the Lincoln Community Center? Just one beautiful part of the 250th year in America, Wyoming style. Laramie, Wyoming style. That's right. Timmy, any closing thoughts as we end this segment on the program?
You know, take a look, come out, support, see what we have to offer. Like I said, dig in that garage. Bring out the whole family. Bring them all out. You know, I'm sure a bunch of kids got brand new bicycles for Christmas. Let them show them off. Bring them out. We should have a good day. So. I'm
bringing a radio flyer, and I will display that my wagon from being a little tyke. It's not in the condition it was when I scarred my head riding and walking and tumbling as a toddler, but it's really important to bring familia together, and some of these symbols of our lives, share them with everybody.
I'm actually bringing a radio flyer myself, so let's show it off.
Timmy Trujillo, myself, Eric Henderson, and so many volunteers will be making your acquaintance at the upcoming Cinco de Mayo celebration. We appreciate you listening to the Talk Shop, and please get a hold of us. Timmy, what's your phone number direct to get more detail?
307-760-7672.
And I'm Eric Henderson. My phone number, 307-760-3642. You can also email radioworks@mail.com. That's radioworks@mail.com. Special thanks as we close to Laramie Range Ford, I-80 Towing and Automotive Services, JSI Grill, Pepsi, Wyoming Fudge Company, and Divine Eats, along with Bernie's Mexican Restaurant, and so many more coming to this event and joining in the celebration, which is the 250th celebration of America, Cinco de Mayo style at the Lincoln Community Center. Won't you join us?